Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings be upon all of you. Welcome to another episode of Let the Quran Speak. Today we'll be talking about early Islamic history, as in how did the Prophet or the message of Islam start, the modes that Islam took to convey that message, and the reactions that this message got from non-Muslims in Mecca, where the Prophet ﷺ, peace be upon him, lived. Brother Shabir Ali, to start off, when did the prophethood, or when did this message start, and how?
Well, the Prophet Muhammad was born in the year 570 of our current era, and he was about 40 years old when he received this extraordinary experience that we're referring to as the call to prophethood.
Okay.
So that would have been in the year 610. So Islamic dating comes to refer to an event in his life known as the Hijrah. So these would be years before the Hijrah. This would be about 13 years before the Hijrah.
Okay. So what was that encounter, or how did that happen?
Well, it is noted that when he was about 25 years old, he got married to a lady, Khadija, who was a merchant in Mecca. She was fairly well-to-do, and he was at first her employee. He was contracted by her to trade on her behalf. But eventually he got married to her, and it was sometime after that he began to feel some attraction towards seclusion.
Okay.
So it would be about 15 years into his marriage.
Okay.
He began to go to a certain cave called Hira, where he would meditate. And it was on one such occasion when he received an extraordinary visit from the angel of revelation.
Okay. And what was this first revelation that he received?
Well, it is noted in some of the books that depict his life that the angel Gabriel came to him on this occasion and said to him, "Iqra," which means read. And that is a command, read. And his response was, I do not know how to read, or I'm not a reader. And he was told again, read. And the same sort of response, until eventually, on the angel's insistence, he finally got the point that he would be told what to read. The angel will give him the actual words to read, and he was just simply to repeat what was being told to him.
Okay.
And the entire passage that was revealed to him is now found at the beginning of the 96th chapter of the Quran, the first 5 verses that says, "Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq," read in the name of your Lord who creates, and then it continues.
Okay. This being the first revelation in the Quran, the first revelation in Islam, does it have significance to us?
Yes, the word itself, that the command that came to him, "Iqra," read, that is a part of the revelation. And as we reflect on this being the first revelation given to him, we should understand the importance of education in Islam, because education hardly comes without reading. A subsequent revelation that was revealed to him sometime after this began with the words "Nun wal qalami wa ma yasturun," which speaks about the pen and what it writes. So if the earliest revelations given to him were about reading and writing, then we have a great sense of the importance of education in the religion of Islam. But the reference to God, who is the only God, the Lord of the universe, is also very important. And we see that in the first piece that was revealed to him, the fact that God is our creator is emphasized. Read in the name of your Lord who creates man from a thing that clings. Read, and your Lord is most honorable, who taught man by the pen, taught man that which he did not know.
Those are profound verses.
They are.
So with our next question, who was the first person that he encountered, and what was that encounter like?
Well, he came back down from this cave, which was in a mountain, and he went home to his wife, Khadija. And he was at first disturbed by this encounter. He didn't know what to make of it, because among the Arabs there was no recollection of an angel coming to a person. If one were reading the Bible, one would know that angels come to individuals with a message from God. The angel Gabriel, for example, is depicted as having come to Mary in the Gospel according to Luke. But among the Arabs, there was an idea that a human being might be possessed by a jinn. In modern English, we say genie. Some sort of spirit, many of whom might be evil. And there were poets and soothsayers who were known in Arabia, and it was thought that such a person might be possessed by a jinn who then inspires him to recite great poetry or to foretell about the future or something like this.
Okay.
So he was worried because it looked to him as if he was in a way taken by an evil spirit the way that others were known in his environment to have been so taken. So when he went home to his wife, he was trembling and complaining to her that something terrible has happened to him.
Okay. Okay, so it seems like he had an extraordinary, what's it called, experience. I've read non-Muslims criticizing this as just a religious ecstasy. How do we address that?
Well, I don't think we should deny that it is a sort of ecstasy that he was in. We haven't done any psychological studies to know the state of mind in which he was at the moment when he received this extraordinary experience. But we shouldn't see it as an either-or. Either he was in a state of ecstasy or he was getting an extraordinary visitation from an actual angel. I guess if someone denies the existence of angels and they denied the existence of God, then they would try to explain what was happening to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in terms of natural occurrences only. And so they can speak about a mental phenomenon. But for those of us who do believe in the existence of God and in the existence of angels, and who know about the revelation to previous prophets who are mentioned in the Hebrew Bible, for us it seems to be a similar sort of experience that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, went through. And so we don't have to deny that he was in a state of ecstasy. But at the same time, we shouldn't deny that a revelation did actually come to him from a real angel.
Okay. We will be back after the break talking about the modes that Islam took to convey the message.